Putting Mary Kelly on the back burner while she continues to destroy lives with those microchips, but for now, we've no choice.
Then perhaps it's time to have a closer look at the elephant in the room. Nigel Cass, billionaire warmonger and current CEO of our local horde of thugs, Albion BMC.
Cass certainly profited most from the bombings. We can inspire London to resist from now till forever, but it still won't break Albion's grip on the city. Not with Cass at the top.
We're going to confront the CEO of a private military company in charge of securing London? That sounds dangerous. I hope you've got more of a plan than knocking on his front door.
Bagley's come across a possible gap in Cass's armor. An ex-insider, ex-friend with an axe to grind. He'd be an asset if we could find and convince him to work with us. Come to the safe house. We'll talk it through.
Auto drive now disabled.
All units. Possible suspect or suspects reported near your location.
Received. We'll engage if necessary.
Negative. No sign of the target yet. Total the target's vehicle. Target is no longer in the vehicle. Over. Anyone have visual? Anyone? Target just crashed their vehicle. Over. Negative. Suspect is gone. Issue an APW.
Well, this is exciting. The console on this BART is a control hub for prototype counter-terrorism drones. You can use one to destroy electronic security measures on the wheel. You're more likely to hurt yourself if you play darts while drunk, but let's be honest, that'll be hilarious. Let's talk about Albion PMC, the only British organisation to successfully oppress more of the developing world than the British government. Led by Nigel Cass, a man the partisan media calls a charismatic visionary, and Amnesty International calls a war criminal. Albion was given the key to the city to re-establish order following the bombings.
Bit suspicious timing-wise, if you ask me.
It is. So that's two reasons why we need to find an angle on Cass.
We've found one. His name, Hamish Balaji. Born in London, Balaji was a recipient of the Cass Foundation Technical Scholarship at 14, which included a mentorship with Cass himself. At 16, Balaji designed Cass's first drone fleet. Fun fact, Cass delayed the launch by a week so it would land on Balaji's birthday.
Cass sounds like Balaji's second dad. Why would he help us?
They had a falling out after an incident in the Niger Delta 3 years ago. A buried human rights investigation accuses Cass of ordering a drone fleet to wipe out a village protesting the construction of a pipeline, but the drones malfunctioned before they could. Balaji is named as the likely saboteur. He's been on the run ever since, but now tracking data shows he's reappeared in London.
Shit, he's looking for redemption like with the protesters. This guy designed Cass's drone fleet. I think he's trying to disarm Albion.
He covers his tracks well, but that's a good guess. Unfortunately, according to this Albion intelligence report intercepted by our friend Caitlin Lau, Cass knows Balaji's in London as well. So, that's the op. Make contact with Balaji before Albion finds him. Then convince him we have a mutual enemy in Cass.
So this guy's our best chance to stop Albion and clear our names. And the largest private army on Earth wants him dead. No pressure.
It took some doing, but I've narrowed down the area where we're most likely to find Hamish Balaji. I've pushed the coordinates to your optic.
Suspect over, potentially armed and hostile.
Responding to the call. Over. Control, I can't see the suspect. Please advise. Target is long gone. Disengage. Over and out.
Auto drive now enabled. Auto drive now disabled.
Balaji has been snooping into Albion's affairs. Quietly, of course, but I've been able to determine that most of his activity stems from this area.
Let's meet, mystery guy.
Not so fast. Hamish isn't in, according to his home security. And before you get ideas, he's rigged his front door to a series of traps designed to delete all of his data and then your life. Not necessarily in that order.
Bit paranoid, isn't he?
To be fair, you are an armed insurgent trying to break into his flat. Anyway, you should be able to connect to the local grid and use security cameras to disarm his traps.
Yes, I understand.
I believe the main interface is on the rooftop.
I'm looking at the windows. Can I try one of those, Bagley?
Sure, if you can get there. 3 options here. 1, use the window washing platform. 2, find a cargo drone. 3, give up, go home, and resolve to be a better person.
Check. Ah, you're not joking about the traps, Bagley.
You could force the traps to unlock by rewiring the power.
Check.
Welcome to Claire and Present Danger, and welcome to fascist London. Don't let that boot on the back of your neck disturb you. In time, you'll barely feel it. We have to wake up, people. If there was a playbook for setting up a totalitarian police state, Albion would be most of the way through it and working on the epilogue. They certainly took advantage of the fallout from the bombings, didn't they? Preyed on the fears of the city government, too. They were only too happy to hand Nigel Cass the keys to the city. Wash their hands to the whole mess. The collar will only get tighter now, friends, unless we do something. We can't wait for someone else to fight back. We are the change.
The traps are disarmed. Now, if you go through the front door of the flat, it's much less likely you'll be killed.
muscle, Chief, and I'll blow the whole place with you in it.
Okay, now, just be calm.
Who the fuck are you? And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Nah, we're more like the Albion's bad dream.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You done?
Wait! Albion knows you're in London. Now, you can blow me up if you want, but run!
Fuck me. You're telling the truth, aren't you? Fucking hell, thought I was careful. Fucking idiot, Amish! Look, Cass is worse than you know.
Believe me, we know. Why else would I be risking my ass here, huh?
Maybe, because Nigel Cass is paying you. That's how fucking mercs work.
Listen, we want your help. Cass is no friend to us. He tried to kill us, and he had a hand in the bombings.
Mate, you don't know shit. You have no idea what Cass is and what... Move! Fuck! An Albion squad's closing in on you. I guess you weren't
Shit.
lying about that part. Fuck. Think, Amish, think. Shit, fine. Table. I'll buy you some time. Just go. No!
Move in! Move in!
Shit!
Don't just stand there. Albion won't be fussy about who they shoot.
Fuck.
Officer down! I say again, officer down!
Your friend's just been taken into Albion custody. So long as you don't cock up that badly, you'll be my favourite operative today.
Jesus, honestly, how difficult is it to evade Albion? They're absolute morons.
I think all that excitement convinced our new friend Hamish that we need to work together to tackle Cass. He's willing to cooperate.
All right, Chief. That was a pretty slick escape. I believe you. So I'll say this. Nigel is planning something, and I don't think I could stop him on my own. If DedSec's everything I've heard, you'll help me.
We can help each other. There's a chance Cass had something to do with the bombings. What could he be planning that's worse than that?
No, that's not like him. Well, not exactly. See, Nigel's got to see himself as the hero. He's an arrogant twat, but he's not a cynic. Every place we go into, we have some mad plan to fix all his problems. With robot police or automated crop fertilizing or some shit. Society was a technical problem, and people are just bugs in the software, you know? You work around them, or you squash them. Sorry, Chief. I gotta switch proxy servers so they don't trace me. I'll hit you right back on voice. Listen, I've got an inside man, right? A contact in Albion. Says Nigel's got this big meeting happening at White Tower. He'll be talking about a major project he's got planned for London.
What we need is an insider on the team.
I've always wanted to be in on a caper. Okay, first things first. We'll need eyes on the impregnable target, so off you go. I'll crack on with assembling the right personnel to round out this ragtag bunch of misfits.
Ah, shit. Albion cybersecurity sniffing my proxy IP. Must have traced the detonator signal. I've got to deal with this.
Jesus, these street performers always gave me the creeps.
I suppose DedSec could always get into basking. I can think of worse side hustles.
Suspicious activities to authorities without delay. Report any suspicious activity. Public security.
Control, can I get an ETA on retreat?
You're absolute bat.
DedSec needs you on something.
Right. Finally.
Nigel Cass's meeting will begin soon. Approach the Tower of London when you're ready.
Has a patrol vehicle been notified?
If we're lucky, word hasn't spread that you've hung up your jackboots. Just try to put on your meek, harmless, broken by the system face. Oh, and don't forget your uniform. Looking sharp. Your ex-colleagues won't pay any attention to you unless you let them take a close look.
Don't see anyone. I'll go over there.
I cannot wait for Friday, mate. Simmons? Do you know him? Anyway, no matter. He's the one who organised our team-building activity. He's rounded up a few of the prisoners they brought in a little while ago. The ones who didn't have any relatives. He figures it'll make for an easier time when we declare them missing. Right, so the fun part. He's going to release them into an open field while we get our shots in. I'll bet you a pint I can get rid of 10 before you. You're on, you slimy bastard. Listen here. I'm going to tell you something, and it's between you and me. Completely off the record, yeah? The whole thing's quite disturbing to me. They've got good reason to close off parts of the building, but at the end of the day, it's a load of bollocks. This place is a treasured part of London's history, of its culture. Great, powerful men have ruled over this fortress. The citizens of London have an obligation to it. You can't keep people out. They must visit it, breathe in its very essence, so that they too can become great. But again, this is all between you and me, mate. Carry on now.
Seems that manky little nerd was the one who kept diverting relief supplies away from the borough to keep everyone in line for Albion. These days you can do a lot more evil with a spreadsheet than a drone fleet.
That's the final. Well, that's just great.
That's it. Using lethal force.
A word of caution now we're inside. Any disturbance in here and Nigel Cass will surely cancel his meeting. Avoid being detected by your former colleagues or this operation is a bust.
Nigel won't have anything important on his floor.
You're quite knowledgeable about Cass, aren't you?
Yeah. I was Albion too.
Intruder alert.
If you hadn't twigged to
Intruder alert.
that. Me and Cass were close once. Looked up to him.
This new project the director's presenting upstairs is a game changer.
Queen Victoria kept these letters, written by her beloved and much mourned Albert, until her death in 1901.
You don't think it's going to make
40 years
certain
after his death.
aspects of our job redundant, do you?
Not a chance. Director Cass takes care of his own. You know that.
Fair point.
So can you tell me a little bit more about how the retrofits are going?
Everything is proceeding on schedule, and Mr. Cass is as determined as ever to make the White Tower as safe as possible for terrorist attacks. I believe he has ensured that it will be secure.
all the damn time, but I'm not here for it. You can try and save London without making it into a theatrical performance. Mr. Cass will get that. Once you get out of my life, he said, fuck.
This won't end well for you.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
Who's this supposed to be? This new project the director's presenting upstairs is a game changer.
Can't wait to see it roll out. This is going to make our jobs that much easier and safer.
Yeah. You don't think it's going to make certain aspects of our job redundant, do you?
Not a chance.
Everything is proceeding on
Cass takes
schedule,
care of
and
his
Mr.
own.
Cass is
You
as
know that.
determined as ever to make the White Tower as safe as possible from terrorist attacks. I believe he has ensured that every security measure stays out of taken to the beyond
Their damn boots before coming in. Like I haven't got enough to do. Dealing with construction. You know, like in the cloud. Well, look at that boot. I heard someone saying that's it.
They better not be. Just a bunch of terrorists pretending to have morals.
This door clearly requires a security pass.
Well, that's just great.
Use one of the nearby computers to create your forgery.
Be careful. You don't want to know what Nigel does with trespassers.
No, Director Cass is a genius engineer, but everything he designs is weaponized.
I know, he's a little obsessed, but he's trying to keep people safe in this day and age.
Maybe a little too much.
I wouldn't let anyone else hear you saying that, mate. In fact, I don't want to hear it either. Director Cass is a great man.
I agree.
It'll take some time for the forgery to be ready. To keep you occupied, I dragged up still images and a recording from an internal investigation into Cass Senior's death.
Show me.
Internal Psych Assessment AS001 Subject Cass Nigel.
Mr. Cass experienced a deeply traumatic event when he witnessed the murder of his father, Gareth Cass, CEO of Albion. He began exhibiting symptoms soon after what he frequently described as the random event. Mr. Cass's initial symptoms included insomnia, paranoia, distorted blame, and recurring flashbacks. However, he appears to have channeled his anger and self-described powerlessness into his work to ensure that Albion become, quote, a mechanism for preventing unpredictable violence. It seems somewhat of a mania, edging on psychosis. For me, this raises concerns about Mr. Cass's fitness to run a multinational security company. But I cannot, at this time, make any recommendation beyond continued monitoring, especially considering that I have been asked to close this file.
Grand. They put someone incapable of processing their emotional baggage in charge of our security. Just grand.
Yeah, well, Nigel's never close to anyone but his dad. And me, I guess. Never had much faith in people, really.
Well, the pass is ready, but rough. If this resistance thing doesn't work out, I doubt you'll make a living as a document forger. Let's give it a go anyway. Nigel Cass awaits.
How's it going? Seemed a bit tense.
How are you getting on with those metrics? The deadline is coming up. It wouldn't do to miss it. He's presenting to the stakeholders right now.
I know, but if I mess this up, then the whole project is delayed for...
Welcome to Project Themis. Our new autonomous drones. These drones can identify, isolate, and terminate threats before they can do harm. They can go anywhere, see everything. They could kill a man alone in an alley or in a crowd of hundreds with perfect precision. Themis drones can do what humans have always struggled to. Act immediately and decisively. Without your support, I couldn't stand here and tell you, I promise you, that with the launch of Project Themis, London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Mr. Cass, I was hoping you called us all in here today to discuss the ethical issues.
No, it's all right. The Commissioner cares, as we all do. I admire his passion and his dedication. Let's talk ethics.
Well, for one, Themis goes far beyond Albion's mandate. We really should have more government consultation.
I see. Delay the launch so that we can debate and assess the details.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the Defense Minister on the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must. It's the human element that got us into this. No more debate, delay, indecision. Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize Themis. Now, will our friends at Tidus be ready? You are the cornerstone of the project after all. Do you need to consult any outside parties?
No. We'll be ready.
And just in time. Criminals running our streets. Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists. Decisiveness is hard. But here's the best part. Once this decision is made, no more will be required of you.
A building-wide security sweep has been initiated due to document breach.
I warned you about that forgery. Your uniform will help. Don't let them get a close look at you.
Bagley, I need an exit. Quickly!
The catacombs, fam.
Now, who's this Minger?
You don't look familiar.
Right, I'm putting a stop to this.
Get a close look at you.
Bagley, I need an exit. Quickly!
The cat.
Check doors and corners. Go! Find the bus. Now!
What the fuck? Another bloody idiot. Son of a bitch!
Stop texting! Focus!
Saw Nigel in action in there, didn't you? Man can be very, persuasive.
He knows how to get his way. And he wants this Themis project launched post-haste. I doubt that's good news for London. shite. What the fuck? I don't like this at all. What was that?
Fucking hell. Albion's top secret project is an automated killing machine. And it looks like Cass is almost ready to launch. We have to get Themis out of his hands.
I'll prepare a briefing. Will we see you there, Hamish?
Pretty face, not risking, remember? But patch me in. You and me got some scheming to do, Bagley.
I don't know why I was even worried. I'm getting quite good at it. Being in DedSec, I think.
You wouldn't have been recruited if DedSec thought you'd be killed that easily.
Is that meant to be a compliment? Thanks if it is.
Bagley's got a special style. You'll grow to love it. Well done, by the way.
Nothing? What's...
Auto drive now enabled. Auto drive now disabled.
You asked for it. You're going to regret that.
Fucking let me get a few looks in. What the hell was that for?
Someone's recorded all this.
I realize this is a difficult distinction for a vicious mammal like you to grasp, but there is such a thing as being too violent.
Control to all units. Possible hostiles near your location.
Moving inbound to hostile.
Control, I've lost sight of the target. Over.
Return into HQ. Search terminated.
Well, this is exciting. The console on this part is a control hub for prototype counter-terrorism drones. You can use one to destroy electronic security measures on the wheel.
Get a real jump. Nothing but bullets.
You know, actually,
Sheila got a... It's all got to pop.
Ultimate stress reliever. Roughly at the shop. Have a nos. Not slagging you off. Have a nos. Still any situation. Oh, this can't be happening to me.
That ain't right.
I can handle this.
Shit.
Do you need a hand?
Now, a little bit of brightness.
Fool, I'm
Just
telling you, I didn't
exposure.
do nothing.
Looks good now. That's it.
You're giving a solicitor if you don't help.
Global British
Da Vinci.
Britain's first newsnet.
I ain't waiting around.
Don't kill me, man. Don't kill me.
Get your hands out, man. Getting out of here.
Eat shut. Please.
Loser. Twat. You're all bullshit, aren't you?
All units, possible suspect or suspects reported near your location.
Received. Moving to intercept.
Am I the only one seeing this?
Would you calm down for fuck's sake?
Negative. No visual of the suspect.